Question 8. Derive ER equals to E over E naught, that is permittivity over permittivity of free space. And this formula is gotten from this particular question, or this particular equation, that is capacitance with dielectric other than air and vacuum is equals to dielectric constant, which is also ER, multiplied by initial capacitance, or you say capacitance that has air and vacuum. So I've put it here to be now from C equals to K C naught. We can have this to be this K now to be the same thing as saying ER C naught equals to C. So making ER subject of the formula, we divide both sides by C naught, so that we now have ER equals to C over C naught. And you need to remember that for anything dielectric that we're talking about, this thing is simply talking about when we have parallel plates or circular plates, whichever way. But when we're talking about plates of capacitors, we're looking at capacitance, or yes, capacitance in the direction of E naught A divided by D. But remember that this one is the one that has dielectric, and when you have dielectric, you will now have E naught ER. Yes, you now have E naught ER divided by E naught ERA divided by D. Then remember that this one is down here, that is divided by, this is the one that does not have ER. So you now have, it's just E naught A divided by D. So this is going to be the same thing as saying E naught ER A divided by D multiplied by D all over E naught A. So that you can see very well that, yes, you see very well that this yes, this can cancel this, and I want you to know that I could have said let this come here, but I need you to know that anytime you see E naught ER is the same thing as E, permittivity of free space. Permittivity, if you remember, is equals to E naught ER. Yes, you need to know that permittivity is equals to E naught ER, because if I have ER, for example, to be equals to E over E naught, notice that if I want to make this one subject of formula, these two are multiplied together. So you carry these two now and say, let this be the same thing as saying E, permittivity, multiplied by A, now times 1, I have this cancel, 1 over E naught A. But you see that I even stressed myself carrying this. I could have said A cancel A. Yes, A cancel A. So that I now have that this is going to be the same thing as saying E over E naught. And remember that it is equals to ER. Equals to ER. Equals to ER. So this is the idea. That is why if you don't pay attention to it, it's almost the same, like it's almost as if you are not doing anything. But when you pay attention to it, you see that that's the fun part of it. So there you have it. So we've proved it. So our next class will be on electricity and dielectrics, DC currents and the rest. So we've been able to cover from chapter 1 to chapter 4. So we should be entering chapter 5 now. Is it? Yeah. Or is it chapter 4 we are entering? Whichever way, but we're making sure that we're following it one chapter at a time. So subscribe. Thank you.